What is up, everyone? Wow, that is way too bright of a window. I'm not used to doing this stuff at this time of day. So, let's see. It has been a while since I streamed working on Gun Goth. Gun Goth launched. We got Yoonison in the chat. What is up? We got Mark Penguin mod dropping links for Gun Goth. If you haven't signed up for them already, I would implore you to do so. Hopefully, everyone can hear me okay. I can't check the audio right here like I can when I do stream labs. When I use OBS, I'm just using YouTube's regular in-house live thing right now. So hopefully it is okay. I don't like streaming on this platform as much as when I use OBS, just because I have like more options and I'm more used to it by now. Like I'm looking to try to see if I can put music on and stuff like that. I don't know if or think I can. I possibly can. I'm not sure though. But regardless, welcome everybody to the stream. Yeah, today, this day, 8 years ago, I uploaded my first video. So that is wild to even think about or consider how fast time flies. It's just almost near inconceivable that 8 years has passed that fast. But I've had a lot of fun doing it so far. Of course, everything in the channel, you know, the success of whatever mild success that it has is all because of you guys. It has very little to do with me. I usually just like show up and play a game or talk to you about something. I think videos, like the kind of long form video content that we had in the past, is probably going to be making a return soon, as well as the streaming. I had to get past Gun Goth. I was working on that consistently for about a year. So there was a lot of, even back when I was doing the daily streams, I still had to work on that book. And there was a lot of stuff involved in doing that. And it took a lot. It was a lot of time, a lot of effort. Hopefully you guys like the book as much as I like working on it. Again, thank you, Mark Penguin, for dropping the links to those in the stream below. There is, I guess we can go to like check out the pages, but we'll do that a little bit later. I just wanted to say hi first and kind of get your thoughts on how the channel has been up until this point, or what you want to see in the channel coming up. I think we're going to start streaming again in like a week or two. I have some stuff that I got to finish up for this summer with like my wife and stuff like that. But early July, we should be back to our normal scheduled videos and streaming. So hopefully we have that to look forward to. This light on my face is like really bothering me. I'm probably going to shut this blind real quick. There we go. And now it's pitch black. Cool. So, yeah, usually I have a lot more things to utilize on stream OBS before actually doing this stuff, but it is what it is. I forgot to put the fan on too, and it's awfully humid in here. Give me 1 second. Okay, that's better. That is better lighting. Okay. Good thing you were wearing pants. Oh yeah. Usually like I don't usually wear shorts in here. Like I wear like my pajama pants usually when I'm making videos and stuff. Not because like I don't like want to be one of those YouTubers that just wears boxers all the time, but it's not really what I do. So Dregger the Leo says happy 8th anniversary. I wanted to watch the stream all the way, but I can't really stay awake for too long. You're fine. It's not going to be like super long of a stream anyway. I just felt like I wasn't even going to make a stream, but then this morning I woke up and I saw, what's up, Rock? That what's up, Swift -1? I saw that today was the exact anniversary of my first video that I uploaded. So I figured I had to do something. I can't just like sit by. Can't believe it's been 8 years. Wow. Solar Flare said, yeah, it's crazy. Cyberrock said, I've been good. That's good. Yeah, for those of you who are just joining, I will be starting up the streams and the regular long form contents again, probably in like a week or two. Now that Gun Goth is out. And if you haven't seen already, Mark Penguin shared the links to them. I think I can Let's just share the page really quick, I guess. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this. I can. I guess I should probably make sure that you can see this or not. Let me make this a separate tab. Okay, yeah, you can see it. Cool. All right. So for those of you who are wondering why I've been gone, those of you who already don't know, I was working on a book called Gun Goth with Mark Poulton of DC Comics and Image Comics glory, Dexter Weeks of the same, Enrico Botta, who used to work for McFarlane Toys and other projects. We've been working on this book for a while. That's why Jenna Diaz said, "Where have you been?" Yeah, I had to take time off because we were in crunch for the book. Like the book launched on Friday the 13th of this month of June. So it's on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. As you can see, we have 57 backers so far just on Indiegogo, which is good. I guess we can play the trailer if you guys want, but there's like a bunch of options for the book. Here's some of the art that I did. I did the interior arts and I'm co-owner of the book, if you were wondering. So this book will be ready to ship in August. So once it's done, the book's finished. So once we finish the campaigns, it's on like a 60-day campaign. I think there's 52 days left. Then we will be shipping books out. This is the backup story by Enrico Botta. I didn't draw this. But there's also like 13 different covers to choose from. Like there's my cover, and this is actually a wraparound cover. So it's like there's a whole back part with werewolves and whatnot. There's a bunch. We got Corey Barton, Courtney Rose, Dexter Weeks, Enrico Botta, Sed's cover, Chris Graves cover, JP Del Monte, Isaac Bell, Renzo Rodriguez, Mike McMahon from US Assassin, Mary Landrell. This one was good too. What was this? This is Nerium's. And then there's going to be an Art of Gun Goth book as well. And this is the box set if you get all of them. So there's exclusive add-ons too for whatever. So like you guys can just check out the page whenever you want to. I don't want to like really spend too much time on this, like shilling the book, because we do that on other channels. I just wanted to celebrate my YouTube with this. So yeah, Mark Pengrin did post the links to that. So if you guys want to go check out that book, that I would really appreciate it. That would also help out the channel because all the money that I make from everything like always goes back into my YouTube channel. I don't really do much. I am getting a gaming PC for the summer, so I don't have to keep constantly like switching out my consoles like at the desk because that's always kind of annoying. Even though I have it pretty easily set up to where since I moved it, now I can access behind my TV back there. But yeah, let's get back to chat. Cyberrock says, have you not got a gaming PC or PS5 Pro yet? Just checking. No. So like I'm just waiting to get paid, Cyberrock, for the book and stuff so that I can actually grab that stuff. Because a gaming PC I'll be spending at least $1,000 and a PS5 Pro is like another $1,000. That's like $2,000 just for those two things. But I am still getting it on the summer. This summer. And then I start teaching again in August. So July is my birthday month, and it'll also be the month that we have the channel returning in full form. So I'm excited for that. It's been a while since we've done YouTube, and I want to get back to playing some games. We're probably going to play. I don't know what I was thinking about streaming next. I was thinking about maybe either Dragon Ball Burst Limit. I want to play a Dragon Ball Z game again on the channel. So it's either going to be something, not a long one like Xenoverse 2, though. So it's going to be something short like maybe Burst Limit, Infinite World, maybe the Budokai HD collection. So I can go through Budokai 1 and 3. Something like that. Maybe Raging Blast 1. I don't know. We still haven't figured that out yet. Genodua says, okay, he's talking about Street Fighter. Cyberrock said, I can't blame you for that. Yeah, I saw the Ninja Gaiden release, yeah. Maybe Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Yeah, I thought about it, Cyberrock, but again, that's another one that's like really, really long. I guess if I didn't do the level up battles and I just like went right through the story, we could say that I can do that. I still haven't beat the DLC, so that would be an interesting option. I beat some of the DLC, like I did the Dragon Ball Super stuff like Battle of the Gods and Revival of F, but I haven't done the Dragon Ball or the Bardock stuff yet. And I do own all the DLC for that. So we could do that. That is a possibility. Yeah, the only problem is like my PS5 has like some slight issues with like overheating. That's why I want to get the Pro in the first place. So anything that I'd have to pay PS5, PS4 would like might endanger the stream if like it crashes. That's why I want to upgrade to the Pro. That's why generally I thought maybe we could play something from PS2 or PS3. I'd be fine with. I know a lot of people wanted me to do Tenkaichi 3 since we already did Tenkaichi 1 and 2. So that's also a possibility. Tell me where have been after 2 months. I just went over that, Genadius. I was working on Gungoth. I had to finish up. Because that book launched on the 13th. Again, if you guys want to do anything for like my birthday or anything, getting that book would be like the best thing that I would appreciate. Yeah. Well, we're not totally back yet, Genadios. I just wanted to do this stream because today's the 8-year anniversary on the channel. But we will be back to normal pretty soon, in like a week or so. Like I said, I just got to get some more things in order. There's a lot of stuff. My wife is like starting up grad school, so we have like a lot of stuff for that I got to drive around. So I don't want to commit to like an actual schedule yet until we get back. And the summer schedule may be different from the normal schedule around the year. I'm not sure. It depends on like, we'll do a couple polls like on Discord and whatnot to see what people's work schedules are like before we start streaming again. Rock said it'll be awesome if the PS3 Slim and Super Slim had the backwards compatibility with PS2 discs, but sadly it didn't happen. Yeah, not all the fat ones have backwards compatibility either. There's only 2 models that actually have backwards compatibility. Actually 3. There's 3 total models. But the last one, the 80 gig, is like emulation. It's not system on a chip like the first 2. Penguin said, "Don't worry, I got the box set backer number 2." Thank you, Mark Penguin. I'm thinking about getting the box set as well for myself because I don't know, even though I'm like co-owner, I'm not sure if we're getting box sets or we're just getting like the book. I mean, I'm gonna have a ton of books to sell and stuff like that at conventions, and there's a couple local comic shops around here that want to carry it, so I'm probably gonna be doing that. Next Comic-Con that I'm probably going to be planning on going to is probably Ocean City in, what is that, December? Oh, let's see. Sullifer said, what kind of content are you going to be making in the future? It's going to be a hybrid model, Matt, of like somewhat what we're doing now, like, or before, where I was making long form video content, like maybe 1 video a month for that. And I'll just put more time and research and effort into them instead of once a week. And then we'll be doing the streaming like 4 days a week again, maybe 3. It depends on like how much stuff is going on. Cause I am starting back teaching at high school again in August. So it'll all depend on my schedule, like what time I get home and stuff like that. And then I know Mark, this might be inside baseball, but Mark Poulton's like already writing Gungoth issue 2, so I'll probably have to start drawing that pretty soon. Penguin said I was defeated by the evil of Amanda B. Your guys' rivalry is stuff of legend. Isaiah said, how have things been going? It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, I also adopted 2 new cats. So for those of you who are longtime people on the channel, you know that my cat Jin I had for like 13 years and he died like last year. So it's been like a year now. So my wife wanted another pet. So we adopted, we were going to adopt 1, but there was a brother and sister that were like 2 months old and we didn't want to separate them. So we adopted those. I'll put them on the stream at some point when they're a little bit better behaved. I can handle one of them, but like the girl is like really fidgety. Cyberx said, I'm kind of mad that you sold your Office PS3 that plays PS2 discs. I mean, I can buy another one. It's not a big deal. The only reason I sold it is because I have like a PS1, a PS2, and a PS3. So like I can just like hook them up with the same connections that I have here at the office desk. But I mean, it's not like I can't buy it back. I can just buy it. I can buy another one whenever I need to. In the future, if they make a PS6 in the near future, they should bring back the backwards compatibility with PS1, 2, 3, PS1, 2, 4, and PS5 discs. Well, at least you know that they can't do PS3 because of the the way that those engine is set up. But I'm surprised the PlayStation 1 wasn't able to be played on PS5. That was a really big shock to me because almost all the PlayStation systems play PS1 games. So that was kind of crazy. Jenna Diaz said PS6 coming in 2027. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I'll probably get one day one. The only console that like I'm not getting day one is probably the Switch 2. Like I might wait a year on that because there's like nothing really on it that I want to play that I can't play on my Switch already. So when Gen 10 Pokemon comes out, I'll probably get the Switch 2 at that point so I can play that. But I know Pokemon ZA is going to be playable on the Switch 1, so I'll probably just get that on Switch 1. Solarfur said, your new cats are the cutest things ever, man. Yeah, they're adorable. They were super young. They're so young that the girl, she's like a runt. Her name's Minji. And she'll come and she'll like lay on me and then she'll just like try to milk me. Like not just regular biscuits. Like she'll try to like suck on my shirts and stuff because like she's such a baby. We got them when they were like 7 or 8 weeks old. So it was like they were still like we had to like wean them off of like milk alternative into hard food. It was a bit rough. Cyrex said, otherwise I would play all of my games in one console. See, here's also the thing, Rock. They got to do some kind of upscaling, like some AI upscaling for those too, because a lot of like the older games on big TVs don't look good. So like my retro corner, which is like right behind me here in the office, that has like my PS1, my PS2, my original Xbox, and my Wii, and that's on a 55-inch rear projection TV. What's up, Irvin26? How you doing, bud? That's on a rear projection TV because it looks the best in my opinion. Like I've went through like 4 CRTs and like they're okay, but I feel like the rear projection Samsung is the best in my opinion. That looks the best for me. Everyone can be different with that, but just in my opinion. So they're in here. Like all my newer consoles are in the living room on my big TV. Including the 360, because 360 was made to be on HD TVs. Same with the PS3. Okay, let's see. What else is chat saying? PS6, bring back compact disc and DVD ROMs from PS1, 2, 3, 4. They can't do PS3. If they put PS3 like native playability, that console would be like $1,500, bro. Like that's way too much money because it's like such a different infrastructure than the other consoles were made on, which was a blessing and the curse when the PS3 came out itself. But trying to combine all that now into a backwards compatible system, that's why like even back when the PS5 came out and PS3 came out, what, 2005, the console was like $700 back then. So adjusting for inflation, that would have been like a $1,400 console today. They just can't do it like fiscally. People were in an uproar back then. Penguin said, probably not getting the Switch 2 day one. It came out several weeks ago. Yeah, I meant to say that like it's the only system that I haven't gotten in recent memory that wasn't day one. It was just a mouthful to say. Yeah, even like I think the hardest to get day one was probably PS5. PS3 I did camp outside of Best Buy for like a day. I will never do that again. Introduced the Nintendo Switch 2 red cases like PS3 greatest hits cases. Oh, yeah. Which PS3 Slim do you like better, the PS3 Slim or the Super Slim? I like the Slim better. I don't mind the Super Slim with like the hatch top. I've had several of them. Like I had the white Destiny Special Edition one, and then I also had the red one and the black one. But I just like the way that the Slim looks better. And I do like when you like put stuff into an actual disc taker that like forces the disc inside of it. I feel like that's always so much better than like a hatch top where you pop stuff in. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. Amanda B. Mayday is in the house. Said happy anniversary. Shouldn't you be spending time with your wife, Yoon? It's not my wife's anniversary. That's in August, Amanda. My wedding anniversary is August 18th, but this is my 8-year anniversary on YouTube. For my first video went up June 21st, 2017. And it's not 8 years with my wife. I've been married for 14 years. So that's quite a bit more time than my YouTube. Penguin said, I got a job at Best Buy to get it. It was $2,000, but only $800 with my employee discount. Oh, you're talking about your 55-inch rear projection Sony TV for retro games. Yeah. I have a rear projection 55-inch Samsung for my retro games. So it's pretty much the same as what you got. I tend to just prefer Samsung over Sony. Halfway because the Korean factor, to be honest. But then the other factor is just like I like Samsung more as a brand. And Sony tends to be super expensive when they come out, especially with their Bravia technology stuff. But yeah, this TV was quite expensive when it came out as well. This is the second time I've actually owned this TV. Like I said, I went through a bunch of CRTs, including a Sony Triniton, and they were either just too small for my liking for the space, or like you can see the pixel density too much. So, but the rear projections are so smooth and great. So I don't even watch DVDs in my living room anymore because I got a 75-inch Samsung in the living room, which I'm probably going to upgrade to an 86 soon. But when I watch I watch Blu-rays in 4K in there, but when I watch like regular DVDs, I watch them in here on the PS2 just because it looks better on the 55-inch. Penguin said, well, backer number 1 has appeared. She's not only backer number 1, I think Mayday is like backer number 1 and 3, I want to say. Like she was 1 and 2 on both Kickstarter and Indiegogo, which is crazy. Genedio said PS2 fat is better than slim. Yeah, so I have a PS2 fat currently that I'm using, but it's modded. And my brother wants a PS2. So what I'm probably going to do is give him my modded PS2, and I'm probably going to get like a slim for myself. And the only reason I'm getting a slim is because I'm planning on, or in the works, I already bought it. I'm just like waiting for it to ship. I got a see-through blue PS2 from Japan. And I also ordered all of the PS2 Dragon Ball games in Japanese. So I already have like Yu Hakusho Forever and like Battle Stadium Dawn, but all 3 Tenkaichis, all 4 Budokais, including Infinite World, and then like some other ones like I think Sagas, and I don't remember. Anyway, it's all coming in a bundle, so I'm gonna put the slim on top of like the Japanese PS2. That way, I have both. Rock said, wait, what happened? Dreger said Southeast Asia is getting the Switch 2 later than the rest of the world, with Malaysia getting it on July 3rd and the rest on June 26th. They're not missing much. As far as I've seen from people, they're like, all they have to play is like Mario Kart, and it's just like Mario Kart again. So it's like whatever. And I still probably prefer to play Mario Kart 8 just because like if you have this expansion pass on Switch, you have like access to every single stage that's ever been in a Mario Kart game. Rock said if there was news on PS6 launch day, I would camp out at my local store and get one. It works different nowadays though than it did back in the day, like in 2005, because now scalpers like are a thing. So it's really hard to be able to camp out or anything unless you live in a small town to be able to get that kind of stuff. Mayday said, I figured you, and I was just giving you a hard time. I hope all is well. Headed to the lake. Have fun at the lake, Amanda. Have fun. And thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Trigger said, I don't hate the Steam Deck, but I find telling me to buy the Steam Deck over the Switch 2 to be a little ironic. Well, because of the exclusives on the Switch 2 and the way that like Nintendo cracks down on any kind of like emulation, you kind of have to have both, to be honest. Like I'm not risking, legal action for, emulating like my Wii. My Wii is modded and my 3DS used to be, but I have so many 3DS games physically that I just like deleted the mod. My Wii is still modded though, but yeah, you got to kind of get both, to be honest. I was going to get a Steam Deck, but instead of getting a Steam Deck, I'm just going to get a full-on gaming PC. The Switch is RM 2500 as of now. Drager said, where is the Steam Deck? Okay. Yeah, they can get pricey too. I will eat you. What is up? In the chat said, do you think Saddam from Final Fight should be in Street Fighter 6? I don't know, man. I'm kind of enjoying like Street Fighter 6. Like, I would like to see them bring back some older Street Fighter characters, like Third Strike maybe, and stuff like that before we get like any new guest characters. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, Saddam's not bad. Like, he's cool, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't played Street Fighter 6 in a while either. I got to get back to that. Whew. Since I forgot to turn on the fan, I'm still not used to streaming without music either. I don't know if it's like the ADHD in me that's like driving me nuts, but Slorfer said I would personally love to see them bring back. Is that a complete sentence or did you mistype that, Matt? Drager said maybe the Switch 2 releases an SEA. It'll be a little bit cheaper. I mean, I doubt it. Maybe. It seems like things are getting more expensive, not less. Flor said I meant bring back Q. Sorry. Yeah, a lot of people like Q. He's got a huge fan base, so I'm pretty sure people would like to see Q come back. I wonder if I bring up my Apple Music, if it'll literally play on the stream. I'm not 100% sure that would work. I just feel like I need to put some music on. The Japan Switch 2 is cheaper because it's region locked. Yeah, well, there's two different versions of the Japanese Switch 2. There's the Switch 2 that is region locked, that is $100 cheaper than the worldwide one, and then there is a worldwide one also in Japan that you can change the language of. But the cheaper one, you can't even switch the menu language or anything like that. It's like locked to Japanese. So, and they don't have to do any importing or anything like that because they're from there. I mean, they're made in China, let's be honest, most of the parts, but they're coming out of Japan, most likely. All right, I got to be careful and go to artists, and then I got to choose myself so I can have my own music on here. Because I don't want to get copyright claimed. My name is way down there. Here we go. You guys got to tell me if this actually plays. I don't know if you can actually hear the music. You'll have to let me know. And also the sound. Like, I'm not used to using YouTube's in stream. I used to OBS, so I can't really tell you. Silver said, what are your thoughts on Street Fighter 6 Year 3 DLC? I'm glad to see Cigar back, but I don't really give a crap about Alex, and I also don't know anything about Ingrid. I haven't checked too much into it yet. I've been so busy with the Gun Goth launch and the cats and like my wife's like school stuff that like I haven't really even seen much of that stuff. I haven't played a video game in like forever. I think the last game that like I was playing was like Fire Emblem Birthright on my 3DS, just because like it's easier to play on that when I have time. By the way, can you guys tell me in the chat if you can actually hear the music? If not, I'm going to cancel it. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to hear the music since I have headphones on. Let's see. Oh, well, I guess I just like answered that question. I haven't really seen too much of it. Crimson Viper's back after 17 years. Ingrid's after 24. Sagat and Alex after 6. You want to see Oro in Street Fighter 6? Oh, you can hear no music? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of pointless to have my Apple Music on then. Yeah, I don't know how YouTube's in-house streamer works. I'm kind of fumbling through this stream. I mean, I guess I could have it in my own ears for like sanity's sake, but yeah, I don't know how it works for. Okay, they just have like overlays and music and no music, overlays and ads and stuff like that. Hopefully get Balrog and Vega in either season 4 or 5. Dan Hibiki make a good addition to Street Fighter 6. I'm not like too big on joke characters, even though Dan's not that bad of a joke character. But yeah, I wouldn't mind him. Street Fighter 6 has been like the only fighting game of the PS5 that hasn't disappointed me. So I got to kind of play more of that. I think Bison's supposed to, dude. He's like coming back from the dead, basically. Maybe I can. I don't want to like stop streaming. YouTube stream, play music. And maybe I should have just did this in OBS, but my OBS setup is like set up for gameplay. Like I could have maximized myself. Whatever happened to Blaze Blue? I think it just teetered out. I love Blaze Blue. I bought like all of them up until like the 5th grade game, but I think the issue is that the story continues, but like you only get like 2 or 3 new characters with every game. So a lot of them are kind of I don't know. Like Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, I think might have been like the last one that I played. But I love the Blaze Blue Sierra. Ragnar the Blood Edge. What are your thoughts on both the new Invincible and Marvel fighting games? I'm personally sick of all these 2D 3v3 tag team games. I mean, Invincible, I'm definitely excited for because like there's not really any Invincible games outside of like the mobile game. And as far as the Marvel is concerned, that's basically just like a new Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean, I play those casually. Like I'll never like really get into the competitive scene when it comes to those games just because like my thumbs get tired. But I don't care about multi-streaming. Like, how do I play music on YouTube? Whatever. I don't have time to look this up in the middle of streaming. That's not good for the content. Yeah, I'm looking forward to both of them. More so Invincible. And like you said, like I'm not a huge fan of the 2D style anymore anyway. I feel like it's the most popular and it definitely has its place, but I don't know, man. I kind of like arena fighters and 3D fighters like Soul Calibur and Tekken more than that style. And just because everything's so hectic and my thumbs start hurting on that D-pad after a while. Minot is currently Street Fighter's only playable Egyptian character. Fakum Rum and Armor King are back in Tekken 8. I knew that. I didn't know about Armor King. I heard stuff, but like I saw some art and is the new Armor King a girl or is it like original Armor King? I'm not sure. But I loved Fakum Ramen 7, so like I was happy he came back. Do you think Guy from Final Fight can be in Street Fighter 6 or Kimberly is the new Guy? I don't know. I'd have to take a closer look at their moveset to see if they rolled any into one or the other. By the way, guys, like the stream if you can possibly. It'll help out in the algorithm. I appreciate it. I have a couple of the Blaze Blues physically, Mark. I think I have some of them digital too, but I used to love Blaze Blue when it came out. Yeah, there's like a streaming directly on here without like going through OBS or something. Like it just like severely limits what I can actually do like on the stream, which is why it probably seems boring, I guess. You want to see Sean Matsuda in Street Fighter 6 along with Laura Matsuda. I kind of hate that Tekken 8 is repeating DLC characters from the last game. I'm not one of those people. I don't care. As long as like the character that I like is in the game. Like I like Falcon Rom, so I'm just happy he's in. I would be happy if NetherRealm did that stuff sometimes. It's so annoying to me that like I said, a lot of the characters, like the DLC characters in NetherRealm games, are broken up across generations of consoles instead of like being in the same game, like Freddy vs. Jason, for example. That kind of stuff really irritates me. Mark Pengert said, back Mark Yoon's new book, Gun Goth, here. And there is the links to there. You can have your choice of Indiegogo or Kickstarter. Please check it out. Last DLC character for season 2 of Tekken 8 is DLC original character from Greece. And okay, I don't know. I have no idea. What do you think of Bruce Irvin from Tekken? Bruce is all right. I'm not like Bruce does Muay Thai or kickboxing. I think Bruce does Muay Thai, like Sagat. I'm not like people that know my flavors of martial art liking and stuff. I'm not huge on Muay Thai in general, but like it's cool. It looks cool when it's done in like movies and games and stuff. But like just the punishment it does on your joints is like it's like arthritis 101. Like it's insane. I think Bruce looks cool. I just don't use him that much. But also Tekken. I mean, Tekken, I don't really have a main. Probably Lee Chaolan would be my main if I would had to go with anybody. But I use a lot of people. Like Lisa Boskanovich, I use a lot. Jin, Kazuya, which is normally everyone does. Maybe he grew a little bit. Speaking of martial arts, what are your thoughts on judo? Like judo and like jujitsu or like they're okay. I'm not a big fan of like judo, jujitsu, or aikido. Like I like the fact that you're like using momentum against your opponent, so it matters. Like doesn't matter about size and stuff like that. But I'm more of my martial arts style is more striking. So like I have 0 ground game, so if you get me on the ground, I'm done. But anything that's just like you're flipping people around and stuff, it's effective, but like you can't really utilize that too much in like a real fight. That's why I'm like, I mean, you can if you're good enough, but if you're going up against somebody else that like knows that also on top of another martial art, you're going to get like ran through. I hope Armika can return in Street Fighter 6. She's cool. I like Armika. Birdie. What do you think of Elena's default hair from Street Fighter 6? I mean, Elena's cool regardless. I actually like Elena a lot. I don't care about her hair change. I think it looks fine. Plus, you can customize characters in that game, so it doesn't really matter either way. If you guys want, we can watch the trailer for Gun Goth at some point. It's up to you. Maybe if I share my screen, we can listen to music at the same time, but I don't really want to do that. Yeah, Elena and like Akuma are like close, right? I forget all the lore. I didn't come prepared with my Street Fighter knowledge, and all you guys are talking about is Street Fighter. What do you think of Sagat's model and gameplay in Street Fighter 6? I haven't, like I said, I haven't really been up on like who's in the DLC and stuff like that, so I don't even have Sagat yet. If he's out, I don't even know if he's out. I haven't played a game in like 2 months or so, or seen that much news just because of the fact that I've been working on Gun Goth. Do I prefer Kage or Evil Ryu? I prefer Evil Ryu to Kage. Personally. Dragger said, okay, I ran out of things to say and I need to sleep. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Thank you, Dragger, for stopping by. I appreciate you. I will talk to you either on the Discord or see you in the next video. I appreciate you. I understand Kage and Evil Ryu are the same person, Genedius. I think he was saying which version of the character do I like better, and I prefer Evil Ryu to Kage. Or as I used to call him, just like Dark Hado Ryu. But yeah, I think the next game that we're going to stream is probably going to be a Dragon Ball game. I've just been feeling it. I also got to get a stabilizer for like my monitor because it's like shaking on my desk, and I don't want to like not touch my desk because it's uncomfortable. Necro. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. Hopefully they support the game for a while. It just sucks that PS6 is coming out so fast, because I feel like PS5 is gonna get like abandoned as soon as PS6 comes out. Well, it'll probably take like a year, but yeah, I understand. You're talking about from 5, right? Abigail and Poison. Well, those are Streets of Rage characters, right? Not Streets of Rage. Is it King of Fighters? I think they were originally Streets of Rage, right? And then they went to KOF. Do I prefer Hugo or Abigail? I don't like either. I'm not a big fan of like the big, goofy characters, to be honest. Like, I guess they could be cool in context, but like I don't play as them. I mean, when I say I don't like to use. Do I think Hager and Zangief play the same or they're different? Again, those are two characters that I don't use. Like, if we're talking Street Fighter, I use all the Shoto characters, obviously, because I'm a casual. So I use, like, Ryu, Sakura, Ken. Ken's my main. Ryu, Sakura, Ken, Dan, even. But the characters I use outside of that are usually, like, the faster characters. I'm not a big fan of the big, slow guys. Like, the grab-heavy characters. Like, I know, like, Shad will mess somebody up if he gets a grappler, but like I just don't like playing as them. Yeah, I prefer Sakura though. Probably just because like Sakura's been in it for a while. Man, I wish I had a way to play some music. I should have probably looked it up before I started the stream. Again, I didn't even know I was going to stream today. But yeah, crazy. That's 8 years. Do you like Abel or not? I like him. He's interesting. Abel's cool. I like Abel. Cut off your stream and get rest. Why you always tell me what to do, Jenna Dios? Let's see. Like most of my mods aren't even in here. I think the only mod that's in here is Penguin, and I think he's like floating. You know, it'd be cool. We can watch my first YouTube video, like not the whole thing, but just like a clip of it, and see how far the channel's come. That might be kind of interesting to do. What do I think of Gil from Street Fighter? Gil's kind of cool. I've been here the whole time, sir. Yeah, I figured you were just like floating. Like, I know you're here, but I have like, it's crazy because I have like 5 mods on the channel, and like you're the only one that's here. So thanks for dropping in. But again, I didn't tell anybody that I was streaming. I think I put the stream up like what, an hour ago. Let's see. Can we go from the oldest? Yeah, okay. So let's share. Let's share screen. Jeez, can't even speak. Okay, yes, here we go. So there's like all my. This is from oldest. So these are my first videos. They're really bad because I was very. Okay, what's interesting is that Urian had a Halloween costume, turning him into Gil, but then they added Gil into Street Fighter 5. I remember that. Yeah, you can see how.
Sorry about that.
All right, can we not put ads on my own channel when I'm
Who are you?
in my own content, please? Thank you.
Compared to other comic book series, for instance,
Yeah,
when you
so like
hear
I was
Dragon Ball.
my old videos.
Obviously,
I mean, I was using my cell phone.
that, but who would be the antithesis character?
And I would just like talk with the gameplay over top
always
of
in
it. Like
comics
how
they do that,
started out back in the day.
They always
And
end up
like
like
I
making
was
them good.
covering
At some
Dragon Ball Super episode.
back it had like a lot of
Obviously, I'm
really
playing
fun
basic,
stuff. I mean, there are a lot of new characters that I want to see expanded upon, like Hit.
but yeah, my old videos like
Beerus, I'd like to see more
are
of.
terrible, but I like them. It just like shows me where I came from. Yeah, like I launched the channel when my book Squirt came out. That was like the first comic I had published. That was crazy how long ago that was. I know it says 7 years, but it was like it's 8 years because it was 2017 on this day. I don't know why I keep saying 7 years for everything. Yeah, so it looks like all I used to talk about. My channel started as like a Dragon Ball channel. There's like a bunch of drawing stuff in here too that nobody cared about, so I stopped doing it. Like you can see, like 8 years and just drawing Squirt videos, 100 views. Like Lady Death is more because Lady Death is a more well-known character and Squirt's like my character, but it just shows you how far the channel's come. Yeah, I mean, I do like just Dragon Ball stuff, but like there's too many people in the space already that already had like a stranglehold on the community, so like I couldn't break it. Ball, as you can see, why all these views are like super low. And also my content was like really crappy. I even tried like Dokkan stuff. Jeez. And this is all back when I like lived in like New York too. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I always try to incorporate my artwork. Hey Hannah, how you doing? Like into my old videos. Like,
who's that Pokemon?
I forgot about this intro.
Oh no, it's Mark.
My old intro. Oh my god. Such a long time ago. Oh my goodness.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mark Yoon.
I don't even know where that
with
shirt
another
is.
episode review of Dragon Ball Super. This week's episode is episode 104.
I drew that Caulifla and Frieza, by the way. They're on the man. This is why I started wearing hats, man. Look at that! Look at that 8 head.
The score until the end, but this week's
holy, that forehead game is rough. Craziness. I don't even know when like my videos like started getting good. The answer is never. They've never gotten good. They still suck. But yeah, oh no, it's Mark Yoon. I forgot all about that. That's why I appreciate people that watch me so much, because like the videos are trash. I was doing mobile stuff for a minute on there too, like Bleach Brave Souls and One Piece Treasure Cruise, Naruto Ninja Blazing, which doesn't even exist anymore. That game got shut down. Some of them are so good though. Like I've even been like, I don't know if you've seen though, but I did videos with Ragaroth, like, because I knew Rich in real life. So I think he debuted on oh, okay. It was episode 97. So it was like my 7th video or something like that. He's been on the channel for a while. And then that was before he had his own channel, I think. And then he made his own channel, I think like 6 months after I made mine. Still remember that Jump Force video we did? Yeah, we did that in Central Park too. That was really fun. Rich came up to see me in New York because I had moved out of New Jersey and I'd moved to New York City. And we could walk to Central Park. That's how close I lived to it. So we did a video. Where is that video? We did that video in Central Park, and my wife actually filmed it. I don't remember. It's still up, right? There was nothing copyright in it, I think. The problem is that like my old thumbnails are so bad that I can't tell. Sometimes when I'm like looking for a specific video, I can't tell like what the thing is. It should have Rich like on it or something. Oh my god, I did these old cringy YouTuber thumbnails where like I had to be expressive and stuff. People still do these. I hate them. Like now, and why people even make thumbnails like that. Let's see. Oh my god, the Switch release. That Switch 1. If it was Jump Force, then it was probably later, because this is when I started doing the content. This is when I picked up like all my subscribers was Soul Calibur. I think my first Soul Calibur video was like this one, the Soul Calibur 6. No, the What Do I Expect? Because this was when Soul Calibur 6 got announced, so it didn't even have a logo yet. And then this is when my videos actually started getting into like the thousands of views and stuff like that. Which is when most of you guys started on here. I know Solar Flare started with I don't think he started with the Dragon Ball. I think he came in with Soul Calibur. But you can see I tried my hand at a bunch of different stuff like Dissidia. I did a bunch of soundtracks, like they have the full soundtrack on my channel. Like I think I have all the Soul Caliburs. I have like Fighters. Yeah, here's like Soul Edge, and yeah. This is back before we even knew who Geralt was in the game in the context of Soul Calibur. If this was before, was it J-Stars or was it Jump Force? It was Jump Force. Okay, so it would have been after Soul Calibur 6 then. So it was like, that was kind of late then, right? What was that like? Oh, this is when Venom #1 came out. I went to Midtown Comics and bought it. That was fun. Return of the Exile is still my favorite track you ever made. Yeah, you bring that up a lot, which is crazy. Oh, this thumbnail right here is what got me and Destiny to start like fighting. Because Destiny said, "Hey, that's my thumbnail," and I'm like, you can't say that's your thumbnail when it's literally just like a Mortal Kombat character on a black background. That's not what you can't claim that. And we got into like a huge fight over that, and then that's why now I clown on him all the time. Started like way back then. I'm looking for that Jump Force video just because like I really, really like that. I would play my old intro with is this the one with the Bury the Light? It might be. I don't think so. I don't know if it started up. Oh no. Yeah, because the one good thing about living in New York City is I could film a lot of good B-roll and stuff, and I was gonna start vlogging. I don't know why I never did. I think like I didn't think people would care. So I just never vlogged anymore. Yeah. I loved living in New York City. Like I still kind of want to go back. I just hate the cold. And like it was so expensive. Like I was renting like a 350 square foot apartment in the city, and it was like almost $3,000 a month. It was, and both of us are just school teachers, so it was like insane to like try to afford that. Like, look, this is so old ago. I don't even have DeviantArt anymore. I deleted my DeviantArt. I miss living in the city though. It was so fun. There's like so much to do all the time. I mean, I probably could like look it up and see if it pops up this way instead of having to actually. Is this everyone's? No, I just wanted to see mine. Jeez. Let's see. Oh, I think I can search for it here. And that was back when money was worth way more. Yeah, exactly. And we were both school teachers, so why does it say okay, so this is going to be from the newest to the oldest. Okay. I know what video you're talking about, Matt, but I forget what I forget what like the thumbnail looks like. I think it was like characters we want to see or something like that. If I can remember the title, then I can search for it. Let's see if my videos with Ragaroth will pop up. Issue with Modern Fighting Games is not that one. Geralt, Season 3. Oh, this is the video I did with Rhyme Style. Nobody ever remembers this video. Like, I made a video with Rhyme Style, and, like, nobody ever remembers it. Oop, that's copyright.
What's up, guys? It's Mark.
Oh my God, look how fat I used to be.
So what I got for you today is actually a special video. I know I've fallen off
Wow.
fighters for a little bit.
To me, the most important factor in playing Dragon Ball Fighters is, do I enjoy the characters?
Oh yeah,
in the
because
context, I play Frieza, Beerus,
Rich
and
is in
Vegito.
this channel. Rich is in this
Or,
video
like,
too.
He'd be like, "Oh, counters and all that." I don't know. I really don't know if anyone.
I feel like the video I get talked about the most. This is clearly fake AI. No, it's not. AI wasn't invented yet. These videos are too old. God, you guys remember Kitty Meowser Gaming? I'm really upset that Courtney like quit YouTube. She was so fun to have on the channel. What happened to that Jump Force video? That didn't get deleted, did it? Did I like accidentally show somebody in the background of like Central Park or something and they like had it deleted? Yeah, I miss Courtney. You guys can ask me whatever you want to ask me too. I'm just like going down memory lane here. I don't know what else to talk about that's pertinent to the anniversary. You guys can ask me anything you want about Gungoth or upcoming games. Let's leave the Street Fighter talk behind. I think we talk about Street Fighter a lot already. I just want to just chat with you guys. I'm getting like so distracted by like these old videos because I know what video Matt's talking about, and I love that video because my wife was like, she wasn't in it, but she was the one that filmed it. So funny though too. My old Soul Calibur videos. I had to use Soul Calibur 5, and you know what's funny about these two is the way I recorded these is I had pod.
Pizza Hut is about to hook you up with more of what you love.
Sitting away
because
from
when
the
you order
TV,
any pizza,
and I was like
we'll hook
actually
you
like
up with a free
recording. I was recording my TV.
Catch me if you can.
Hey, what's up, guys? It is Mark Yoon.
See, that's why it's like shaking because like I was just recording my TV.
So this video,
I had no way
going
of
to
capturing
be,
stuff on my
wants and desires
PS3
that
at
I
that
would like
time.
to see in the
Now I do
character,
because I have like a
Creator
capture card and
Soul,
stuff.
rather, that's going to
But
be in the upcoming Soul Calibur 6 game.
Back then I didn't.
Now it has become a staple since Soul Calibur 3 that the Soul Calibur games do have create a character.
Okay.
Even Broken
Maybe I can
Destiny on the.
It just like stinks because like I love Soul Calibur 6, but like you can do so much more creation wise in Soul Calibur 5 than you can in Soul Calibur 6. So there's like characters like this Phoenix. I did recreate this Dark Phoenix in Soul Calibur 6, and I think she looks better. But I think in like I remade She-Hulk too, and she looks better in Street Fighter Soul Calibur 6. But like in Soul Calibur 5, there's a lot of pieces that like not that aren't in 6 because I think they're in 6, but the problem is they're like locked behind the different races. Like some of them are stuck on them. Like if you use like the demon race, you can't make Nightcrawler's tail. The demon race is like they automatically have horns, so like you're screwed. You can't use Nightcrawler. You can't make Nightcrawler, which I can make Nightcrawler in this. That Superman's okay. I just don't like the floating cape. It always makes it looks good. It looks better when you're using him than when you're like looking at the stuff. Who do I think is the most overrated Marvel character? And don't say Hulk because that would make me angry, and you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Laugh out loud. See, I don't think Hulk is the most overrated in general in Marvel. There's some like really low rent characters that like that nobody even cares about that like are probably, oh, but you mean overrated as in like people that actually like them and they're popular? I would probably say probably Miss Marvel, I think. Miss Marvel has the same kind of problem that Miles Morales has, where like they don't develop her as an actual character. They just like give her additional power sets and like throw her into storylines where like she's forced to be useful, kind of. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Kamala Khan. I like Miles Morales, but like, yeah, I don't know. You think Cyclops and Jean Grey are pretty overrated? I can't because of Cyclops was, first of all, he was awesome in the original 5 team. Not so much later in like the Jim Lee, Chris Claremont stuff, but like original like blue and white Cyclops was awesome. And then I also really like him in Age of Apocalypse. Jean, I can never say is underrated because the Phoenix Saga is like one of the best, and like I love Phoenix as a character. I think that, and they also made Nate Gray in the Age of Apocalypse, who like Nate Gray is my favorite comic book character of all time. My favorites go like Nate Gray, then Superman, then Spawn, then Venom. Those are like my favorite. You think Iron Man is overrated, but don't dislike him? I always did too, until like the Marvel Cinematic Universe movie came out, and then like he became super popular. But back in the day, before the movie came out, I was like, all right, he's just like a guy in armor. But I think they've fleshed out his character since then to make Tony kind of a cool character. Also, like the early comic days, like they really fleshed Tony out a lot by giving him that like drinking problem, and then like the stuff with his dad. So they actually like did flesh him out a lot more over time. But I think my Spawn in Soul Calibur 6 looks way better than the one in Soul Calibur 5, though. Oh, that's Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I forgot all about that. That's cool. I'm not saying I don't like Cyclops G. I just think they're kind of overblown. I mean, they're like the leaders of the team. Well, Gene, not so much, but Scott is. Chaz, what's up, buddy? Chaz says, I've grown tired of superheroes recently since MCU. I don't think I'll ever honestly be tired of superheroes, like in like film, just because I grew up in a time where we wanted so badly to see like superheroes and comics like taken seriously, and they were always just seen as like kid stuff. But when Blade and primarily Blade, Spider-Man 1, and Iron Man came out, people started actually taking them like more seriously. So I always just go back to that time where I grew up and we didn't have superhero movies unless they were like super low budget, like, well, not low budget for the time, but Spawn, like some of the CG in that looks like Garbo. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's like we had such a lack of it for a while that even though we're over inundated with it now, and I don't see everything in theaters, I'll watch it later on Disney Plus, or I'll pick it up on Blu-ray or something like that. But it is what it is. Sorfa said, plus when it comes to Cyclops' love life, I prefer him with Emma, but that's just me. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Jean and Scott's relationship in general, but I actually like him better with Emma too, I will say. I'm surprised that there hasn't been a new Spawn media recently. I mean, they've been trying to work on that Spawn movie for forever, but I have no idea when that's happening. Supposedly it's Jamie Foxx is playing Al Simmons, but they used to have games like all the time too. There was like a PS1 game, there was a PS2 game, like a Game Boy game, and then Spawn was in like Soul Calibur 2. Like, but Image had like a bunch of stuff back then too. Like there's 2 Darkness video games. I'm surprised they never made a Witchblade video game. That would have been so dope to see. Anyway, you guys get the point of this stuff. I don't even know why it's cool to see like the old stuff, but the videos still exist there. If you guys want to see that. I'm just trying to find that Central Park video because I was kind of young in it. Like, I think I was like 32 or 3, I want to say. Spawn surprisingly had a decent weapon selection in Soul Calibur 2. Oh, yeah. So, like, literally the only reason why I still play Soul Calibur 2 at all, because I prefer Soul Calibur 3 hand over fist than to Soul Calibur 2. But, like, if I do play Soul Calibur 2, it's 9 times out of 10 going to be the Xbox version or the HD Online version, so I can play as Spawn. I have the Link version. I have all of them, but, like, I wasn't too big of a fan of Link's fighting style, but Spawn was like super dope in it. I even had the Spawn action figure for Soul Calibur that had like a real chain. It was definitely 2019, you think? Yeah, I wish they told me the years. It just says like so many so-and-so years ago. Oh my god, the K-pop era of my channel. Oh yeah, there's a video where I'm like literally making fun of Dynasty. Even though Spawn was glitchy, he was more fun to play than Heihachi. Heihachi was just a last minute throw in because they lost the rights to Cloud. They were supposed to have Cloud in that, but it's like a Mortal Kombat Joker situation. I've made videos on it. You can find them. Let's see. It should be somewhere around here, I want to say. Oh, here's a time-lapse video I did drawing Spawn, by the way. Speaking of Spawn. This is when I visited Florida before I bought my house, so that's not that. Yeah, see, it's the real reason Joker was chosen. There's like a bunch of that. Blah, blah, blah. This is the problem that happens when you had a channel for so many years. It's like hard to find specific content. And like now it's driving me crazy that I can't find that video. This is all when PS5 was revealed. It's got to be before this, right? This is, yeah, well, no, this is when Soul Calibur 6 released. So this would have been 2018. It was 2019, Matt, you said? I didn't know it was that new. I say new, but that's like 6 years old at this point. So many Soul Calibur videos. Because there was a time when like my channel literally just became about Soul Calibur. As you can see, every single video is Soul Calibur. But that's because like I was doing like, I miss these community reaction videos. Remember when we used to do these where like I would take your comments and talk about them in an entirely new video at the end of the week. That was fun. Pretty sure I want to say that's around the time that Jump Force was announced. Like I was talking about Jump Force, so we should see like Jump Force content like jump up and bite us in the booty when it comes to that. Yeah, my channel did grow kind of fast recently because like 4 years ago is when I hit 800 subscribers, and I'm at like, what was it, like 2,700-ish now? Yeah, it's when PS5 first came out. Yeah, I could have sworn that Central Park video was before like all Jin's and Jin's in this. So much Soul Calibur. And you guys wonder why I wanted to take a break from Soul Calibur for a minute after like there was no news. This was just like so many videos of Soul Calibur. I gotta love this title. Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Letdown. This is my 4-year anniversary video. That's when I got the Xbox Series S. Our podcast that lasted 3 episodes and then I canceled it. This mystery mail unboxing is actually the first package that Solar Flare sent me. This video, I think. Speaking of, it really does upset me that we might not see Soul Calibur 7, especially after all the setup 6 did. Yeah, that pisses me off, dude. Because the story is like garnishing itself up to be like literally one of the best fighting game stories ever. And we're just like left. See, this is the end rip Jump Force. So where the hell is that video? Like that, I didn't take it down. That's crazy. I mean, if somebody else can find it on my channel, like at some point, like we can review that. That's kind of nuts, though, that I can't find it. Sea of Soul Calibur. Yeah, I don't know. hard to. It would have been summertime for sure, because usually Rich would only come up in the summer, but I was definitely living in New York. So it had to have been at least 5 years ago. Because I've been living in Florida now for what, 3 years? 4 years? I don't even know. Time just flies by so fast. It's ridiculous. Oh, I love these subscriber tournaments we used to do. I want to do more stuff like this on the channel, but the problem is now that like this is back when I had like a bunch of subscribers from a bunch of different things, like Dragon Ball or like Mortal Kombat or whatever. But like I did Soul Calibur for so long that my channel, my active subscribers are all like literally like Soul Calibur people. So it's like really hard to do stuff because not everyone's as active as they used to be on the channel. Like I have more subscribers and stuff, but my live streams used to get like do more. I think it's consistency probably because I'm inconsistent now. And there was a time where I was making videos every single day, which is just like not feasible now with like the time that I have. I want to get back to like doing more. Like we got to get back to Yoon-Fam gaming. That's the thing. I also thought doing that with Rhyme Style was going to like help blow up my channel a little bit, but it only got 100 views. Like, nobody gave a shit. And I don't know if it's because like at that time I was only doing like Soul Calibur or Mortal Kombat and stuff like that, but I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Like I did a lot of fun videos like teaching about like skepticism and how to counter like bad arguments in general, like because things were being applied to 6 DLC, and we did like how to read and write Korean videos, and there were so many like fun, just like I forgot I did tier lists. So many fun things like back in the day, stuff that I even want to get used to again. I remember for this video, Atherin sent me a bunch of Soul Calibur 3 stuff because I didn't have my capture card yet. So he like created some stuff in Soul Calibur 3 and I used that as my background. It's crazy I still remember that. Yeah, I don't know. Like nothing, like if you go to my top videos though, it's funny because like I don't go by like what's popular on my channel. Okay, top video is Soul Calibur with like 19,000 views, but like okay, no, Soul Calibur does dominate a bunch of them, like because it's a lot of Resident Evil though also, which I don't cover often on the channel, which I want to cover more Resident Evil. Problem with covering Resident Evil is like I'll play Resident Evil when it comes out and like I'll beat it a bunch of times until like I get like all the weapons and stuff, and then like once there's nothing left to do, I kind of drop it until the next Resident Evil because there's like I don't really like play like that much Mercenaries and stuff to like have the game just like keep continuing it on. So it's hard to like keep up with that. Also, a lot of these really popular videos were like leak videos and stuff like that, and I don't really tend to like doing leak videos anymore. Just because of like how the community reacts. Like sometimes I'll make like a leak video. Like the last one I did was for like Sparking Zero, and I'll leak information before like a lot of people like are talking about it, and then like a bunch of people will come in the comments talk about like spoilers and stuff like that. So I can't really like help that because I can kind of understand like where they're coming from. I don't know. Bow, bow. This video kind of irritates me because I really thought Sparking Zero was going to have more outfits and accessories and stuff like that. Like they really dropped the ball on that. Sparking Zero, like I was so excited for it and it disappointed me maximally. to the point where I don't even play it anymore. But yeah, like if you guys are like want to know anything about like Soul Calibur, like, and you're new, go back and watch like old videos, because like there's so much like stuff about like exploring like lore, and like I did so many videos on like lore and like the past and stuff like that, like when it comes to Soul Calibur, that like PlayStation, the official blog, wrote like an article about me and my channel. And even the Soul Calibur main blog, like article about me. That's when I was on the Mario Povich show in 2001. Got young and young. It's been a journey, guys. It's gonna keep going. I'm coming back to it. Don't worry. I only took that break because I had to like check out the link. By the way, Mark, can you Penguin, if you're still here, can you drop the links again for the Kickstarter and the Indiegogo? I do want to check out. Maybe we'll watch the trailer, but I do want to check out like where it's at. And if any of you have backed it while you're here, I appreciate you. Sparking Zero is a big disappointment sandwich. Yeah, yeah, for real. I mean, we'll check it out. We'll check out the page one more time, and then we'll probably end the stream. We'll be going for an hour and 15 minutes. There's only 4 people watching. I don't even know if Penguin is actually in the chat. Maybe if Chaz is still in it. I don't know if Chaz is still in here also. We can go back up here in the chat. Let's see where they're at. Okay. Let me copy the link, and then I'll post it here. Oh, there's, okay. Mark's here too. He's probably going to drop the links real quick. There we go. Thank you, Mark. Let's look at the Indiegogo page real quick. I think Poulton is way better at this kind of YouTube stuff than I am when it comes to like sharing, like doing the campaign stuff. Okay. All right. Let's watch the trailer real quick, and then we'll check it out. Please back it, by the way, guys. There's plenty of options. We will go through the options if you want. By the way, it's not much. Like, if you just want to get, like, my cover, that's digital. Like, you can get a $10, or the actual physical book that I believe I'm signing is $10. So it's not. It's, like, the cheapest book we've done. I'll tell you why in a second. Yeah, I know, Mark. Yeah, thanks, Matt. Appreciate you. Nice. Yeah. So we had a couple trailers. So it's doing pretty good. We still have 53 days left of these goals. Mark always puts these goals so that like they're attainable. There's no way we were going to stop at 500 because we couldn't pay all the people to work on the book for that amount. But I was going to say something, but I completely forgot. Actually, some of the pages like changed since like since Mark made that old trailer as well. Look at me over here promoting other people on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I worked hard on the book. Everyone did involved. Like I said, we got Mark Poulton as the writer. I drew the book, except for the backup story. Oh, that's why. So it was so cheap because it was originally only going to be 21 pages or 20 pages, I think. Kind of like an ash can, but just like fully covered, just like a floppy issue. And then when Enrico came on, he did a whole extra page he did a whole extra 10-page story in the back. So it became like almost 2 comics in one. And then on top of that, I had to do 2 extra pages because Mark asked me to. Oh, you said the algorithm helps buy when you pass by your goal a lot. Okay. I know we were number 1 on Indiegogo for like a day. But Mark got engaged to his girlfriend in the book. So like in the book, we actually go through he asks his girlfriend to marry him in the book, and I had to draw 2 pages for that, like extra. There's a bunch of extra stuff on here too. By the way, I'm on Mark Poulton's channel every Sunday and Wednesday, like live streaming. So if you want to check that out too, you can go check that out. But I appreciate everybody that joined today. Thank you for joining. This was fun just to come in here. Don't worry, I am going to be coming back soon, and we are going to be getting back to full stuff on the channel. So until then, just sit tight or catch up with me on Mark's channel, Primetime Poulton, which I'm sure Penguin will put a link to, and also Discord. You can talk to me on Discord whenever you want. Catch me on all the socials, all that good stuff. Thanks, Mark, for coming in here and dropping links and doing all that good stuff. Thanks, Amanda, for coming in, stopping in earlier. Solar Flare, Chaz, Hannah, Jenna Dios, I Will Eat You. I can't end on his name. Such an odd name for that. Yeah, Cyber Rock, everybody. All right, thanks for stopping by. I hope to see you guys on the next one. But until then, keep being awesome, guys. Later.